to another video, and today we'll be talking about how the heliocentric theory, really done drawing what you do, shaped how we look at the universe today. The heliocentric theory shaped the way the universe is and contributed to so much more. And now here's Adrian, and he'll be the one in charge of going into details for it.
So basically, Nicolaus Copernicus, the one who invented the heliocentric theory, was born on February 19, 1473, in Poland. He is also known as a great astronomer and a great scientist. Nicolaus was supported by Galileo Galilei. He believed that the sun, rather than the earth, is at the center of the solar system.
I'm here to discuss with you about how the heliocentric theory was influential back in its day. The heliocentric theory was influential in many ways. It was not simply a random theory, but it was much more controversial than that. It caused revolutions, disagreements, and ultimately death. The heliocentric theory was first pondered upon by a Polish astronomer named Nicolaus Copernicus in 1543, which he wrote about in his book On the Revolutions of the Heavenly Spheres. Shortly after the publication of this book, a revolution sparked, which was called the Copernican Revolution, which is basically a disagreement towards this new theory and the shift that brought with it. Fast forward 90 years later, and we are introduced to Galileo Galilei. Galileo was an Italian physicist, engineer, mathematician, philosopher, and astronomer who played a major role in the development of the heliocentric theory. Now, Galileo supported Copernicus' theory and thought that this should be presented to the church. However, the church charged Galileo with heresy, which is the denial of the truth, which is believed by the church. And because of this, Galileo was killed. This incident played a major role in the development of the heliocentric theory, because about 15 years later, the church considered the theory. If Galileo had not presented this theory to the church would still use their old idea, which was the geocentric theory, which was a theory where the Earth was at the center of the universe, instead of the sun being at the center. And we would probably still be using the wrong theory up to now. Today, we still use the heliocentric theory, and with multiple space explorations, we can prove that this theory is correct. In our opinion, we should be grateful for all the figures who helped develop and shape the heliocentric theory, because if they had not done what they had done, we could be using the same theory up to now. And when somebody would break the news that this was the wrong theory, there would be chaos and possibly a revolution, much like the Copernican revolution back in the Renaissance period. Also, the church could be the same controlling force it was back in the Renaissance, had Galileo had not presented this idea to the church, because the church realized what it had done to Galileo and had lifted the ban to presenting different ideas that were different from its teachings. The modern equivalent of the heliocentric theory today is, well, the heliocentric theory. It's called the same thing, and it's basically the same concept. And because of this, we'd like to thank all the famous Renaissance inventors, scientists, and even artists who contributed into the development of this theory. And because of their contributions, we now have multiple space explorations or experiments that prove that this theory is very much correct.
I'm here to discuss about the diagram of the heliocentric theory. So here we have a label identical to the one that you saw in the intro, and I'm here to discuss about it. So the main idea of it was that the sun was at the center of the universe and the other planets revolve around it, with Mercury, the dark gray one, being first, Venus, the beige one, being second, Earth, the one with blue and green, third, Mars, the orange and reddish one, Jupiter, the fifth, with the beige and red spot, and Saturn, the beige with a gray ring. The reason why I made it up to Saturn only was the existence of Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto were not yet known that time.
So in conclusion, the heliocentric theory was and is still a pioneering force in the world of science. Yes, it was very controversial, but all these revolutions and events helped shape the way it and multiple things are like the church today. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again.